Hey folks, got a Honda CR-V here. And we got this light. Critical failure detected. Stop driving when safe. I see you got a brake system light over here to the left, and above that I got a looks like a traction control light. It looks like a car doing like a little skid. Alright, took it for a ride. That's what the customer said. There was a light on that had to do with the brakes. Now we got a few other lights on there too, once I stepped on it. Alright, we're gonna go check it out. Got a little steering, little emblem over there. Let's see if I can put a scanner on it, see what it reads. Alright, let's go back. It looks like this is a CR-V. Let's go take a look. Pull to the driveway and I see there's other lights too. Alright. Looks like the front end collision thing here. That low tire light. The other one looks like lane control. That's why the car looks like it's coming out of a lane. Alright, we'll see. Let's give it a scan first. Brake pedal seems to be okay. I do feel like a little grinding. I hear a little bit. So maybe the brakes are all the way down. Alright, let's check. Oh yeah, there you go. Brake fluid low. That usually means, unless you have a leak, that means your brakes are worn down to the pads and the calipers extended all the way out. But look at this. All this stuff is coming up as I just put it in park. Brake system problem. You saw the TPMS light come on. Brake hold system problem. Power steering system. EPS problem. Vehicle stability assist problem. VSA. Well, I got a little bit of each here. Hill start assist problem. Adaptive cruise control problem. Collision alignment. Mitigation system. Road departure mitigation system. Brake fluid low. Alright, looks like it's starting all over again. Electronic parking brake problem. So you know that's the rear calipers. Tire pressure, we know that. We'll check. It's cold out. It's 39 degrees. That's without the wind chill. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Mr. and Mrs. Honda. Alright, so on this 2019 CR-V, this is the first code I get. C0049. And then the next one is U0029. Alright, I'm going to find out what those codes are because my reader here is a little on the older side. Let me see if there's any other codes. Nope, there's no other codes. Not a check engine light. Alright. Do the old-fashioned way. I'm going to have to do it manually. Alright, the first thing I look for when you have all those lights, especially when it has something to do with the brakes, you look at the brake fluid. And looking at here, it's hard to tell because these type of plastic bottles. But you get a flashlight and you shine it. And you're going to see that it's empty. There's the minimum right here. You don't see anything in there. See that? Even in the back. So, either these brakes are all the way down and all the brake fluid disappeared, or this thing has a massive leak somewhere. Alright, so yeah, the old flashlight into the jar usually does the trick. You should find some kind of a level of something. Alright, even when you give it a wiggle, there's nothing splashing in there. Alright, so I want to raise it up in the air and see what we find, people. It's only got 70,000 miles on this thing. All right, So 70,000, if you wear it out, yeah, you can wear those brakes down right to the end, and you don't hear a thing because you got the radio on or whatever. Okay, let's check it out. All right, folks. So what we have here in this Honda CR-V, with all those lights on, with the stabilizer, the ABS, low brake fluid, all this is created because of the light from the brake fluid. And it starts rumbling, tumbling down the road, and it creates all kinds of problems. But here, show you what the problem is, right? This got about a little less than 70,000 miles on it. Look at the brakes. There's hardly anything left on it, all right? I'm gonna show you here. It's the rotor, it's over here. The brake material, that little thin piece, and then that's the brake pad metal, okay? So that's all the way down. The piston is all the way out. So this is on one side, the other side, this is in the front. They're all the same. So all the brake fluid that's in that reservoir is now in this caliper over here. If you look at it from this side over here, so I can show it to you. Okay, the brake material is the one that's touching the rotor. You can see it's very thin. All right, let's go to the back. We go to the back here. You can see the rotor is going to need to be replaced. You can see it's all scored. All right, you can see the brake material here. It's not that bad. This is the outside one. The inside one actually has material. All right, it's the one with the little slot there. Okay, that's the material. The rotor's in the middle with the rust, and the brake pad metal is the one that looks like it has a little clip on it. Right, that is the left rear. The right rear is one more on the outside. Okay, as you can see the brake pad material. So because of that, the piston is almost all the way out. This one has some material on it too, as you can tell. All right, go back to the front. So yeah, if you have no brake pads left and it's down all the way, the pistons are all the way out, and all your brake fluid is in there. All right, so I'm gonna show it here. All right, you can see the material there. All right, actually it has more on the right front than it does on the left front. Okay, so the rotor is the rusty one. The material is in the middle, and the metal brake pad is there, and then the rest of the dirt with the rubber boot is the caliper piston, and it's all the way out. All right, so looked around, there's no brake leaks for where the brake fluid would have came out if there was a leak. So basically what was in your reservoir is now in the lines and in the calipers. All right, so once you push all these calipers back in, a majority of the brake fluid would go back into the reservoir. All right, and then you might have to tap off a little bit. Who knows? It's probably in this whole system. All right, but the backs I see has the electronic parking brakes, so it has a little motor here. All right, we'll figure out if we need a scanner to retract that or not. All right, let's go. It needs brakes, people. This is what happens, and that's why you have all those lights. Okay, pretty weird, right? But that's what happens. It's snowball effect. All right, you have one problem and it affects all the others. All right, thanks for watching. Ciao. Just wanted to show you that. Look at that. See the pistons all the way out. He's lucky he didn't come too far out and then it pop out, and then you lose your brakes altogether. Right? So these are brake pads. You can see the material is very little over here and almost none on this side. Okay? So yeah, definitely got your money's worth on the brake pads here, but you don't have to go for rotors and everything. All right, like I said, once you push this piston back in, especially on all four, you're going to notice that the reservoir is going to fill up with brake fluid all over again. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Just want to show you. So far, we just did the front brakes and pads. Okay, on both sides. Pumped it up, and lo and behold, look at that brake fluid. See it? You can see the level right there. All right, so it's working its way back into the reservoir, Big difference here, people. Big difference. Let me get a step stool here. All right, get a little closer look, just to show you. All right, there you go. Big difference, right? Big difference. There's the brake fluid. There's a level right here. You can see it, which you didn't see before. Okay? So, we're going to do the rear brakes now. And then a lot of that fluid should come back in, and then we'll top it off. All right.